You are now tuned in to DM3 Entertainment. So let's talk about it. Hey, don't forget to hit that like and that subscribe. Let's go. What's up, YouTube? It's the man known as Smooth DJ Abdul the Butcher. I'm back with a new video, and I'm going to talk real quick about this crazy phenomenon and this foolishness that's been going down for years about LeBron James being the king, being the GOAT of the NBA, greatest of all times. Now, people always coming from a wrong direction. So we're going to say it like this, just like the clip says. If you say LeBron James is the GOAT one more time without bringing up his losses, that's madness, dickhead. So, okay, let's start from the beginning. At the beginning of his career, we all know he was the great hope coming straight out of high school. But as y'all can see on the screen, the numbers don't lie. We all know Carmelo Anthony was robbed. He should have been Rookie of the Year. So that should have been a loss right off the back. LeBron losing the NBA Rookie of the Year. But we all know the politics and all that. They want to push LeBron being the greatest. And it started right there with a lie from the rip. And like I said, look at the numbers. Melo should have been Rookie of the Year, and we all know that. So that's your first evidence that he is not the king. He is not the GOAT coming out of his own class. Okay, like I've been saying, people come from the wrong direction. They're always talking about wins, and everything else. But to be the greatest of all times, you have to be good on both ends of the court. And as y'all see in this clip here, in the picture as you look at it, it says player with scoring titles and all defensive first team in the same year. And where's LeBron? I don't see him nowhere. Do you see him? I don't see him. And it says the only two that have done that consecutively is Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Michael 9 times, Kobe 2 times. Where's LeBron? That's how you say and let people know that LeBron is not the greatest of all time. How you gonna be the greatest and you don't even know how? You can't even be a defender and an offensive juggernaut at the same time. This ain't cherry picking all day long. We're not playing 21 in the park. Come on, people, wake up. So that's the second evidence that he is not the greatest of all time. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on to the third example of why LeBron is not the GOAT. You know, everybody's always comparing LeBron to Jordan, but he hasn't even got past Kobe, rest in peace, the Black Mamba. You see 18 different categories, and as you look on this screen, out of 18 categories, Kobe got 10 and LeBron got 8. How can you be the greatest of all time if you can't even beat the second best player of all time in the NBA, the Black Mamba? My point has been rested. Let's move on. Okay, let's move on to point example number 4. We're talking about 50-plus point games here, right? We're going to get onto the offensive side of things because we already on the defensive side of things. LeBron is not messing with Kobe or Jordan. Now check it out. Out of 50 plus game, 50 points or more games, Michael Air Jordan has 39 total. Kobe has 26 total. And what does the so-called GOAT King have? 13. 13 people, and you say that he's the GOAT? Come on, stop it with the foolishness. And then look at it. Kevin Durant, which has only been in the league half the time that LeBron has been in the league, has 16 50 points or better games. So, like I said before, you people have got to wake up and you've got to stop being brainwashed and following the media like sheep saying that he is the greatest. First of all, we know that he's not. He's a great player, but he cannot hold a candle to Michael or Kobe. Let's move on to my final section to prove to you that he is not the GOAT. Check it out. Okay, for my fifth and final example and point that I have to make, like I said, everybody's always coming with the wins, and all of his accolades of positivity. But in order to be the greatest, we have to know your weaknesses too. And if your weaknesses are way worse than everybody else's, how the hell can you be the GOAT? Now, as y'all read in this point here, this right here is showing you the wins and losses records of NBA legends that have been to the finals getting that chip. And as y'all look at this picture and you see the percentages, LeBron has the worst. No, yes, he has the worst of all the people in this picture. But he actually is the third worst in NBA history when it comes to wins and losses in the finals. And Michael, as we all know, Michael Jordan is number one. And I'm going to get into that real quick. And I'm going to show you how is it that you can be called the GOAT, or everybody yells that you're the best player and you have more losses than you have wins. That is not possible in the world. And no one else besides LeBron, people forget about all the losing he does and they still praise him. This is straight foolishness. And that's why in baseball, they give you an average of your runs. And when you get average of runs, if you're bad at bat, you're not considered a great hitter. And it should be the same for LeBron. And we're going to break it down. I'm going to show you right now. We're going to get close up. Let's go. Okay, let's get up close and personal. People always comparing LeBron to Mike, where, as I already showed you, he can't even hold Kobe's jock strap. So we're going to look at this. With Kobe, when it comes to 20 Hall of Famers, Kobe falls number 7 as one of the best to ever do it in NBA playoff and the finals. You can read it and you can see it, you can pause it, and you can see the greatness. But he has 62.2% winning in the NBA Finals. Let's move to the next person. The next person I'm bringing to you, I said, let me get straight to the point. We're going to bring you to Michael Jordan. You know, Michael, his average is 68.6. The best to ever do it in the playoffs, right? And y'all see the numbers. Numbers don't lie. And like I said before, they shouldn't even talk about Jordan when it comes to LeBron. They need to be talking about Kobe. He hasn't even passed Kobe yet. And that's the whole point that this video is made. Y'all people need to stop it with the wins. Y'all need to look at it. His losses are ridiculous. Now, as I said, his losses are ridiculous. Look at this. LeBron James, the so-called king, out of 20 NBA legends, he is number 18 percentage-wise in the playoffs and the finals. Look at his numbers. And y'all say that he's the king. That means to tell me out of 20 players, there's only 2 players worse than him. And you keep saying he's the king. So this is my point to tell y'all, stop this nonsense and know to the fact that he is not the king. He will never be the king. And he will never be the greatest of all times. Lower your head just like he did and know that this is foolishness. I had to make that video real quick, let you know, and tell people, start thinking with your brain and stop thinking how somebody else wants you to think. Stop being a sheep. Wake up. Till next time, peace. And oh yeah, remember, be free like an Indian and brave and wild like a cowboy, because our ancestors were both. I don't care what you heard. You heard it from me. If you like it or not, remember, subscribe, like, and share. Keep your brain up.